The angry watermelon of David Bates, and to his outside, Cowabunga. It is a 14Z of Zach Bales, and I butchered that.
And in the tail, the 16 of Michael Finzen, and that is a classic car. Now, during the packing the track, the 13B of David Bates had a problem. The motor was popping, banging, and missing, and he is not going to make the call. Also, Chase Keller is going to start in the back. We are agreeing with heat race number 1, and it is going to be Pierce versus Boulware up front. Pierce a little bit of a push, Boulware a little loose, but Boulware is going to come out with the lead. He is going to sail it down into 3 and 4. Pierce now underneath the O2C. Still tiptoeing around, still a little bit on the slick side, but it is going to be Stephen Pierce with the lead on lap number 1. Cody Boulware back to second, then side by side. Oh, Pospisil and Bales, but Pospisil, he bobbled. Now it's going to be Bales trying to get around the O2C as they go into 3. He's going to get it done. It's Stephen Pierce, Zach Bales, Cody Boulware, Tyler Pospisil, and Chase Keller, your top 5.
A little bit of a threading the needle move there by Zach Bales as he went 3 wide down the backstretch to take that second spot, but now Tyler Pospisil is by the O2C of Cody Boulware, but now Zach Bales going to size up Stephen Pierce for that lead. Bobbles a little bit, goes into turn 4 way high, and here comes Tyler Pospisil to the inside, battle for second going into turn number 1. Tyler Pospisil still to the inside. He takes that second spot from Zach Bales. Let's see if Zach Bales can drive it down the bottom and make it back. No, Tyler Pospisil is able to keep that run out there, and Cody Boulware is about to fall into the clutches of the 58.
That'd be Chase Keller.
That is Chase Keller, you are correct. 2 to go this time by. Stephen Pierce still your leader in this 3P.
As Stephen Pierce has a sizable advantage over second place, Tyler Pospisil. Pospisil under pressure from the 14Z of Bales. Once again, it is Keller and Boulware. They've got a bad push on this slick surface right now as they're trying to get that figured out. 1 lap to go. Stephen Pierce is going to come up on the 16 of Michael Finzen. Is he going to actually catch him and be able to pass him before the checker comes out? I don't know. But right now, as they go into 3 and 4, it is going to be your Heat Race 1 winner, the 3P of Stephen Pierce. Tyler Pospisil second. Third to Zach Bales, who's running second in points right now. Fourth is going to go to Cody Boulware, and Chase Keller is going to round out your top 5.
Stephen Pierce holding on for the win of your first heat race in your Tony's Used Cars, IMCA Hobby Stocks. Tyler Pospisil and Zach Bales put on a good show out there to make their finishes.
Oh, yeah. And once again, second of 3 big heat races in your Wild Thing IMCA Hobby Stocks presented by Coney's Used Cars here in, or just outside of here in Sioux City. Williams and Monroe lead them slowly down. Jesse Ford drops the green, and we are racing. Carl Monroe is going to get a good jump as he is going to run him down into turn number 1. The Cliffhanger, Craig Clift, he is going to split the difference between Monroe and Williams. That didn't take long for Craig Clift to get by. By the way, that car is for sale, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get into hobby stock racing, Craig Clift's car for sale as he's a brand new one coming. That'd be a great platform to run. Clift now in the lead as Kyle Davis. Oh, tries to work a slide job into second. A little contact between him and Monroe. But look at Andy Hoffman. Hoffman to the inside of Monroe. That is your battle for third and fourth right now. Monroe slides up into the wall. Now it's a battle for second between the 33 of Davis, 8X of Hoffman. But it's all behind your leader, Craig Clift.
Craig Clift off to a massive lead in heat number 2 as Andy Hoffman finally gets by Kyle Davis. And Davis is now in the hunt for third position as he wants to hold off. That's 34B. My race pass failed me. Oh, my race pass failed me entirely. Kellis Williams now battling with Carl Monroe there as Monroe slips and goes to the low side trying to get back around him. Kellis Williams holds him off. It's Gavin Gilbertson holding off to the backside. 2 to go this time by for your leader, the 77 of Craig Clift.
Craig Clift currently leads. Andy Hoffman in second. Third's going to Ben Schneider's. Fourth to the 33 Kyle Davis and Dallas Williams holding on to that 5th place position. Right now it is all Craig Clift as he comes out of turn 4. Andy Hoffman just entering turn 4. Sizable advantage. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Clift so smooth getting that car through the corners. He is going to straighten it up, fire it off down the backstretch. He is going to send it through 3 and 4. Perfectly sideways. And the Clift hanger's going to do it. Craig Clift is going to win. He raced number 2. Andy Hoffman in 2nd. Ben Schneider's 3rd. Kyle Davis in 4th. And the battle for 5th. Dallas Williams going to take home in 5th place. And green flag is out. We are racing. It's going to be Doug Crooks Jr. with the early advantage. Todd Castor in 2nd. The 7 of Fetterman up to 3rd now as David Miller is going to go to the inside of the 48J of Shern. Oh, little bobble by... Oh, Doug Crooks Jr. off the pace. That's going to put Todd Castor to the lead. Fetterman now up into 2nd. Looks like Crooks back under power. As we got the 196. Austin Lundquist every which way but straight. But it is right now. Todd Castor, Tony Fetterman, Doug Crooks Jr., David Miller, and Justin Shern, your top 5.
David Miller looking to the inside of Crooks, trying to get to his inside battle for that 3rd place spot. He's going to be in the inside going into turn number 1. Tony Fetterman reaching the back bumper of Todd Castor, who's been holding on to the lead. Might have a run coming to... Oh, Todd Castor bobbles. We got a side-by-side for lead going into turn number 3. Tony Fetterman up on the high side, coming around the high side of Todd Castor, takes the lead coming off of turn number 4. Meanwhile, David Miller gets by Crooks down the front stretch. We got new leader and new 3rd place battle still going on for the lead.
We got the 196 Austin Lundquist rode up on the wall. How he didn't flip that car, I don't know, but wow. Right in between 3 and 4, he rode that wall hard. Looking at the Bree cam for everybody at home on Advantage Racing TV, doesn't look like a lot of damage to the car, but wow, that was a wild ride for the 196 of Austin Lundquist.
I think he knocked the toe out of it. It looked like the camber was a little off after that hit. Not sure if it's completely broken or if he might be able to fix it up quickly and make the feature.
The driver of that 12M, Phil McKee, it's his birthday today, so happy birthday to Phil.
Boy, wouldn't it be a good birthday present to win the feature?
Yes, it would.
But we're going to worry about the heat race right now as we got him lined up. Green flag is out. Tony Fetterman takes it to the green, and Todd Castor dives to the inside going into turn number 1. He's going to battle for the lead, but Tony Fetterman's been good on that high side. There goes David Miller around the outside to Todd Castor. They're going to drag race down the backstretch. Side by side, David Miller gets the run on the high side going into turn number 3. He has 2nd. Doug Crooks Jr. now wants to play the same game.
Fetterman's going to lead him down. Once again, David Miller in 2nd. He goes to the inside. And we got another battle for the lead. Fetterman, though, a little bit higher line, a little bit better run. He is going to retain the lead. Miller still in 2nd. And we still got Todd Castor sitting in that 3rd place spot. Through 3 and 4, white flag is going to be out for the 7 of Tony Fetterman. If Miller's going to have everything for anything for the 7, he's got to show it now. It is Fetterman, Miller, Castor, your top 3 right now. Little battle going on for 4th and 5th, a little bit further back, but as they go through 3 and 4, Miller's not going to have anything for him. It's Tony Fetterman winning. David Miller 2nd, Todd Castor 3rd. At the line, Doug Crooks Jr. in 4th, and Justin Shern rounding out the top 5.
So the 7 of Tony Fetterman taking your heat race win in your Coney's Used Cars IMCA Hobby Stocks. Heat number 3, David Miller takes 2nd, Todd Castor 3rd. Doug Crooks Jr. holds off Justin Shern for 4th, who Justin Shern takes the 5th spot, and rounding out the field is Phil McKee. And to the inside is a 45 JR of Doug Crooks Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your parade lap. Get up and on your feet. Give them a wave. Give them a shout. Give them some love. These guys are here to put on a 14-lap show for you. Your IMCA Hobby Stocks presented by Coney's Used Cars.
21 cars, 14 laps, one small track. What could possibly go wrong?
All right, Rod Pattison, that's enough of that.
No, we're going to have some great action as we got the lights out, flag in hand, ready to go green. Doug Crooks Jr. hits the gas. We're green and racing in your IMCA Hobby Stocks. Drag race down into turn number 1. Cliff pushing a little bit to the outside. Looks to try and get a run on Stephen Pierce as Pierce takes the lead down the backstretch. Side by side for second. Cliff at 4 wide down the backstretch as Tony Boulware heads backwards. Todd Castor, David Miller, Tony Fetterman all went side by side for that spot. Now going in turn number 1, still to the inside is Doug Crooks Jr. looking to the inside of Stephen Pierce. Craig Cliff still wants to find something, gives Pierce a little helping hand into the turn, goes to the inside. Now we got side by side, little contact, little keeping it go, a little more pinball action, but now we still have the leader, Stephen Pierce. Now Pospis will join in the fray. Oh no, he goes around.
Oh, little contact on the 45 of Doug Crooks Jr. Looks like Pospis might have been a little loose and unfortunately nowhere to go for Crooks.
Yeah, a little loose. He made a heck of a charge to try and get that second place spot, but may have driven it just a bit too deep. And then Doug Crooks Jr. nowhere to go on that one. Just
number 1, I got to wonder if Stephen Pierce knows who's behind him. And number 2, if he does, how is he going to hold them off? Caution lights are out. Stephen Pierce leads them into 3 and 4. RPMs are going to come up, and we're back to green. And immediately the cliffhanger, Cliff goes 3 wide. Pinballs off of Pierce, but he is going to help him gain the lead. New leader, Clift. That also opens the door for David Miller to run up into second. Zach Bales now trying to get into third place as he tries to get around the 3P of Stephen Pierce there side by side. And yellow is out. Oh, Phil McKee, the birthday boy. Not a happy birthday for him. Yikes. He is sitting the wrong way on a one-way.
that's how your front rows will look as we come to the green flag next time by. Ben Schneider's inside the next row, inside of Zach Bales. That is your top 5.
Your current points leader, that is the 8X Andy Hoffman, currently sitting in 7th. Green flag is going to come out, and it's going to be Craig Clift leading him down the front stretch into turn number 1. David Miller takes over that second place spot. Battle is on for 3rd and 4th between Pierce and Bales, as Bales is now going to take over. Oh, Miller a little bit sideways, able to gather it back up, but it is Craig Clift starting to extend his lead ever so slightly. We are 10 laps to go. It is Clift, Miller, Bales, and then Pierce and Hoffman battling side by side to round out the top 5.
Andy Hoffman on a charge as they're about to go 3 wide for the 5th place spot. Andy Hoffman to the inside of Bales for the 3rd spot. That's a battle between 3rd and 4th, and 3 wide right behind him for the 6th spot. Oh, 3 cars battling for the 5th position now. Andy Hoffman gets by the 14Z of Zach Bales for 3rd as he chases down 2nd. Closest battle next behind is Todd Castor to the inside of Stephen Pierce. The 2T to the inside of the 3P. As Tony Fetterman looks to the inside, 3 wide right behind him between the Anger Watermelon, Colorado Monroe, and Justin Shern. But Tony Fetterman to the inside looking at Ben Schneider trying to get around that car. Castor gets by Stephen Pierce, and Ben Schneider's now looking to the inside of Stephen Pierce.
Greg Clift and David Miller both clearing the lap car of Michael Finzen, as does the 8X of Hoffman. Hoffman is absolutely going to the whip, trying to catch up that 34 Emma Miller. There are still 6 laps to go. Right now it is still Craig Clift with your lead. Miller in 2nd, Hoffman in 3rd. And then a huge gap back to Bales, who is sitting in that 4th place spot. Now Hoffman is up with Miller. Hoffman, Miller battling it side by side as they go down into 3 and 4. Goshen's back out. Bottom of turn 3, and we have, that is the 196 of Austin Lundquist around.
Battle for the second place spot was shaping up there between Andy Hoffman and David Miller. Andy Hoffman's been on a tear this whole race. He's been working his way to the front. Craig Cliff doing everything he can to keep David Miller behind him, but it's going to get harder as Andy Hoffman's now making his way up there, and he's going to be right behind him at the start of this next restart.
Exactly. Both he and David Miller will be starting side by side right behind the Cliff hanger.
Lights go dark. We're going to go green next time by out of turn number 4. Lights flashing. Craig Clift on the pole coming to the restart. The Clift hanger hits the gas, and we dive down the front stretch. We're green racing side by side for second half. Hoffman to the inside of Miller as they dive into turn number 1. Hoffman has a little bit of advantage, but can Miller gain the ground on the high side? He has some momentum. Little bit of bumper tag in the back, and whoop, and there goes Chase Keller around. Can he get it going as he's sitting wrong way in a one-way? He is moving. He's moving, and we're gonna stay.
Caution's out.
Caution. Does not get going in time.
Well, I got to think that Craig Cliff may now know Andy Hoffman's there.
It is entirely possible.
So Craig Clift, nice pace as he heads into turn number 3. They are going to drop the green this time by. 5 to go. Green's out, and we're racing, and it is going to be Craig Clift leading him down in turn number 1. Everybody pretty much staying single file. David Miller tried to look to the inside of Cliff, not going to happen. Andy Hoffman staying right in the tire tracks of Miller. Is he going to try this time by? Yes, he's going to try to go the inside, drive it down the hill. They're side by side for second and third with 4 to go. It is. And again, a caution's out. Oh, that is the 196. That don't look good.
And 196. Is he on the,
That's Austin Lundquist.
There he is on the backstretch there.
You know how you were saying no hood, make it easier to not overheat?
I can't tell what happened to him out there. What I do know I did see happen was as the cars were slowing down, there was a little bumper tag between Fetterman and, where did he go? Was it Todd Castor over there?
Yeah, and there is some significant damage on the right front of Fetterman. The hood bowed up pretty good. Bales and Fetterman, your top 5. As they go through 3 and 4. Jesse Ford again drops the green. We're racing. And it's going to be Cliff once again, heading him down into 1 and 2. Miller again trying to get to the inside of Cliff. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, that
trouble turn 1. Trouble turn 1.
Oh, this 58 of Chase Keller again around. Caution's going to go out again.
I couldn't quite tell if there was contact there. All I know is I looked over and I could read the passenger 58 going into turn 1. You're not supposed to read that number going into turn 1.
No. And unfortunately, this will be the second caution brought out by Chase Keller. So, per IMCA rules, that should mean that he is done for the night.
David Miller right behind him, looking for his best way around as Andy Hoffman's trying to figure out how to go around the both of them, trying to take the win as they go green-white checkered. Zach Bales and Tony Fetterman round out your top 5 as we are green coming down the front stretch. Cliff gets a nice run away from them as they go into turn number 1. Hoffman's going to set a little higher line to try and go. Miller looked to the inside, but now Hoffman's going to dive down, look for a nice run down the backstretch side by side. We got a car slow on the front stretch. Gavin Gilbertson slow on the front stretch. Caution will be coming out here. 88G of Gilbertson stalled at the start-finish line. The restart for him did not go well. David Miller, Andy Hoffman, Zach Bales, Tony Fetterman, your top 5. Miller right on the back bumper of Cliff trying to get the better run. As they hit the gas, we're going to come down the front stretch for the green flag. Miller looking a little higher, trying to get the run as he's going to poke his nose to the inside of Cliff. Hoffman gets a run down the backstretch. Can't quite get to the side of Miller yet. But now Miller takes another peek to the inside, trying to gain that run. Now Hoffman's going to peek to the inside of Miller. White flag is out. Clift is still your race leader. Hoffman's battling for that second spot side by side. The 77, the Cliffhanger, is going to dive it into turn number 3. Drive it down the front stretch. Your feature winner is the 77, Craig Cliffhanger. Hoffman in second, Miller third, Bales fourth, then it's Ben Schneider's, Tony Fetterman, and Justin Schurn. Hoffman making a run, gets that second place spot in a good fashion, getting by David Miller. But your winner coming down here on the front stretch as you get some congratulations from Zach Bales. Craig Clift, your feature winner in the 77. Looks like he's...
Step on up here, Craig. So let's recap the weekend. You go to Wagner Friday. Last night you have not only a wedding anniversary, but a graduation celebration. Then you come out here and you hold off a hard-charging Miller and Hoffman to take the win. Talk about your run tonight.
Yeah, I hate to get into Pierce like that. I mean, I pushed up into him. I mean, I'm going to go down and apologize. If I broke anything, I'm be willing to pay for it. But, you know, it's like everybody says, rubbing's racing.
Exactly. Did you know you had Hoffman and Miller so far or so close behind you trying to get around you?
I was watching the scoreboard. I'd seen Hoffman, and then went back to Miller, and then went back to Hoffman. I thought, boy, I better be on my A game.
Real quick, give a thank you to the people and the businesses that help you get this 77 out here.
Oh, definitely. I want to thank all my sponsors: Dave Woods Ford, Bargain Bedding, Right Turn Chassis, Snyder's Muffler, Steppen Welding, and all you fans for coming out. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Coney's Used Cars Hobby Stock winner, Craig Clift.